The Chrysler 300 has come a long way, but here's how you can take it even further. For me, the 300 has always occupied a very deliberate place in the Chrysler lineup. Now, a little bit later in the show, we're going to come and test this rocket ship version here. But right now, we're going to head to the SEMA show and find out what happens when eBay Motors get together in a very special partnership. As you know, SEMA is the place where imagination really does hit the road, but this year something very special is going on in the fact that eBay have a unique partnership with arguably the top customizer in the business, West Coast Customers. So Ryan, lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
From West Coast, and of course Steve.
Justin.
From eBay.
Good
Now,
to see you.
Steve, tell me, this is called the Road Home, and it truly is a groundbreaking partnership.
So as we approach Veterans Day, we started thinking about two wars, right? Afghanistan and Iraq, that have affected a lot of our men and women in the services. So we wanted to do something special to bring awareness and bring donation to a good cause. And then to give a few veterans who have a great story something that's going to lift them up, right, as they're trying to recover and get on with life. And we thought, what better way to do it than to get with Ryan and see if we can create some amazing cars for some really special people.
Tell us, when they first approached you, I mean, you've done cars and projects for pretty much the widest spectrum anyone could imagine. I mean, this is a very worthy cause. So what were your feelings?
We try to do as much as we can just by giving back. And when eBay approached us to do this build, I mean, one, working with eBay is a great thing. I mean, we buy all of our cars. We buy a ton of stuff on eBay already.
Ryan's a big eBayer.
Totally. From cars to just stuff. But,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, this was just something, you know, of course we'd want to do and want to be a part of. It wasn't something that we're just building for a celebrity. This is something that we're going to surprise these individuals with. And then these guys got to put their effort, you know, extra effort into it and really go over the top with these cars.
Tell me about the mechanism that people can get behind it, because there are 5 vehicles in total, correct?
Yeah. So 4 of the cars are for veterans that we're giving away and we're going to surprise them with. And the 5th car is a sweepstakes car, which we'll use to drive awareness to the IAVA. So on our Motors website, in the Motors app, you can donate directly or donate as you're buying parts and accessories for your cars.
And of course, Ryan, we're here to look at this beautiful 300. So can you give us a guided tour of what you've done?
So we first started with an awesome 300S, which is already pretty awesome when you start with it. So it's like, what can we do to it to really make it special? So we did some custom matte color paint job on it. We did all the accents gloss, so it really gives it that high-end look, you know, but still classy a little bit. We did some one-off West Coast Customs wheels that hopefully these are going to be in the marketplace pretty soon. We did the interior really, you know, Ishmael did his magic back at the shop. He did some basket weave suede on almost everything, from the steering wheel to the seats to the headliner, door panels. It's got a little touch, you know, with some nice stitching in it. And then really from there it was, you know, the audio system in it's already really nice, and we wanted to just keep it simple for whoever ends up getting it. It's a car they can get in and drive every day. It's very practical, but still gives it that custom look that, you know, we're known for.
You know, when you watch any of the documentaries or speak to any of the veterans, or I mean, obviously active military who are there, one of the things that keeps their spirits up, though, is the car world, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
And I think very high percentage of active men and women in the military and the veterans as well are car people and into cars. And so that was a natural thing to sort of center it around. You know, we've got the website, both places, mobile and the site where you buy on Motors, and also a site, ebay.com/theroadhome, where people can get awareness, find out about this organization, IAVA, donate directly. Veterans can go there and they'll see companies that will give them and their families discounts.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, thanks so much for everything you've done. Your team, it's amazing. And obviously, Steve, well done. This will be a really fun thing to see hit out there. And someone in America will be lucky enough to drive off in this very special car. And now I've got my juices flowing, so it's probably time to head back to the racetrack where I get my hands back on that SRT 300. Don't you think? And this is the Chrysler 300 SRT8 Core. Launch control is fitted on this car, so we might as well use it. Foot on the brake, hit the traction control button off once, launch control enabled, full throttle. With very little wheel spin, off she goes. Now, that would have been, according to Motor Trend, a 0 to 60 time of 4.3 seconds. Not bad for a big girl. This is capable of 175 miles an hour, for God's sake, but in an urban environment, you can feel like a bull in a bullpen, which is why here at Willow Springs, we're not on our normal racetrack, we are on their quarter-mile paved oval, just to see what it can do. 6.4 litres, V8, Hemi-powered, 470 horsepower, matched equally with 470 foot-pounds of torque. This really is, well, I don't know, is it the ultimate commuter's car for the American businessman? I have to say there is nothing like a Hemi V8 when it comes to putting a smile on your face. Wish everything in life was quite so responsive. Now, a little bit of a history lesson here. Back in World War II Britain, we had what was known as the Q-ship. It was a full-blown warship, dressed up, camouflaged if you like, as just a freighter. But of course, the minute the submarines came up, thinking it was easy prey, and literally, they would blow the bloody doors off the enemy. And in so many ways, that's how I feel about the 300 SRT. It really is, in the words of Americans, a sleeper. But it is a car that if you know it, you appreciate its subtleties. And for 2013, the SRT brand have introduced some nice little styling cues. It definitely has a little front splitter, a little rear trailing lip on the trunk deck. But it's all about what's under the hood. And when you push the gas, you find out pretty quick. There is something about power that just forgives all ills. For a big car, she's got amazing mid-corner platform grip. Of course, there is quite a significant roll until it takes the set. And from that point, you can sort of power out of the corner. That's really the point of a car like this, isn't it? Get it straight so you can use what it's got under the hood. But what makes this, the 300 SRT, so special is that it's all American, and from the sound of the exhaust to the rumble of that engine underneath you, it's definitely big Detroit muscle. So as you can see, when it comes to customizing cars, there is no shortage of options, although I think we've highlighted two of the finest. The common denominator, though, is eBay and their huge support of this most worthy cause through the Road Home program. Now, if you want to have any chance of taking this car to your home, don't forget to go online, make a donation, and enter the sweepstakes, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. See you next week. Check back each week for more on your eBay Motors mobile app.